Have you ever seriously wondered what it really takes to become a doctor here in the United States? It's a path that everyone knows is long, incredibly tough, and honestly, a little mysterious. So today, we're going to pull back that curtain and break down the entire journey, step by step. Whoa, okay, just take a second and look at this. This flowchart, this is the whole thing. From your first day of college all the way to becoming a fully independent doctor. I know, it looks like a crazy, tangled web of exams and deadlines. But don't worry, that's exactly why we're here. To make sense of it all, one piece at a time.
When you're staring at a map that complicated, the biggest question is pretty obvious, right? Where on earth do you even start? Well, it all starts way before you ever step foot inside a medical school. Welcome to Act 1, the foundation. This is the long road of being a pre-med. Think of this as a 4-year marathon dedicated to building an absolutely rock-solid foundation. It means you have to crush your prerequisite courses. We're talking biology, organic chemistry, the works, because a high GPA is totally non-negotiable. But it's also about what you do outside the classroom. You've got to excel on that beast of an exam, the MCAT, get real-world clinical and research experience, and get some seriously powerful letters of recommendation. Every single piece is a critical part of the puzzle.
And yeah, let's talk about the MCAT for a second. This is not just another test. It is a monster. It's designed to assess everything from your science knowledge to your critical thinking skills. For admissions committees sifting through thousands of applications, it's a huge data point. To be truly competitive, you're often aiming for a score well above 510 out of a possible 528.
Okay, so you've done all the work, and now it's time to apply. This whole process is a multi-stage gauntlet. First, you send out your primary application. That's got your grades, your MCAT score, and that super important personal statement. Then, if schools are interested, they'll send you secondary applications with their own specific essays. Add in your letters of recommendation, and if you make it through all of that, you get invited for an interview. That's the final piece, where they see if you're a good fit for them.
So, you survive the application gauntlet, you get that life-changing acceptance letter, and now you enter Act 2, the crucible. These are the 4 years of medical school that are going to completely transform you.
Medical school is really a tale of two halves. The first 2 years are your preclinical years. This is all about foundational science in the classroom and the lab. You've probably heard the saying, it's like drinking from a fire hose. Well, this is it. But then there's a huge shift. Years 3 and 4 are your clinical years. You get out of the classroom and start working with actual patients in hospitals and clinics, rotating through different specialties.
The gateway between these two halves is a massive exam called the USMLE Step 1, or what everyone just calls the boards. This is the first of 3 national licensing exams you have to pass, and it's this incredibly exhaustive test of all the science you crammed in during those first 2 years.
Passing Step 1 is basically the key that unlocks the door to the clinical world. You finally get to start doing rotations in core fields like internal medicine, surgery, pediatrics, and psychiatry. You get a real taste of what it's actually like to be a doctor in each of those specialties.
Just when you think you're done with massive exams, surprise, there's another one waiting for you. Towards the end of your 4th year, you take USMLE's Step 2. But unlike Step 1, which was all about book knowledge, Step 2 is all about clinical application. It's designed to see if you can use what you've learned in real-life patient situations. The focus shifts from what you know to what you can do.
Graduating from medical school is a huge accomplishment, but it is not the end. Not even close. You're a doctor, sure, but you're not licensed to practice on your own yet. Welcome to Act 3, the apprenticeship. This is residency, where new doctors are truly forged in practice.
So how do you get a residency job? Through this fascinating and frankly nerve-wracking process called the match. You apply to dozens of programs, interview all over the country, and then you create a rank list of where you want to go. At the same time, the programs are ranking the applicants they want. All these lists get fed into a computer, and a powerful algorithm spits out the match, deciding your fate for the next several years. It's pretty wild.
And the length of this apprenticeship, it varies a lot, depending on your specialty. So, for example, a field like family medicine is usually a 3-year residency. But if you want to be a general surgeon, you're looking at 5 years. And for these super specialized fields like neurosurgery, it can be 7 years or sometimes even longer.
After years of that intense residency training, the finish line is finally in sight. This brings us to Act 4, the attending path. These are the very last steps to becoming a fully independent physician.
But there are still a few final hurdles to clear. You have to pass the last licensing exam, USMLE Step 3, You've got to successfully complete all your years of residency. Then you have to become board certified in your specialty, which is yet another demanding exam to prove you've met the highest standards in your field. And finally, you get a medical license from the state where you want to practice.
The whole point of Step 3 is to see if you're ready for the immense responsibility of managing patients on your own. It really is the final academic gatekeeper.
And once all of those boxes are checked, you've done it. You have arrived. You are an attending physician. This is the goal. A doctor who has finished all the required training and is fully licensed to practice medicine without any supervision.
So let's just tally that all up. 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, 3 to 7, maybe more, years of residency. From the day you start as a college freshman to the day you can practice on your own, you're looking at a minimum of 11 to 15 years of higher education and training. It's just an incredible investment of your life. You know, the ancient physician Hippocrates once said, "The art is long, life is short." And that quote just perfectly captures the huge dedication we've just walked through. The path to becoming a doctor really is a testament to that idea. It's a lifelong commitment to learning a profound and constantly evolving art.
It is, without a doubt, a long and challenging road. So the only question left is, are you ready to begin?